Yes, people, you know who I am. I'm your host with the most, the Bridge 258, here today to give you, of course, the latest Charles transfer news, which, today it's been quite quiet today. Listen, we like it quiet around here. So, you know what they say, working in silence. So, that's what I like usually. But listen, thank you for coming along as always. Please make sure, of course, while you're jumping on here, to like, share, and subscribe. Help a brother out, as I always say, as usual. But big up to everyone. Big up to my guy, Nahima, Fawale, Abraham, and Daniel, all here. Thank you, of course. Of course, it's been quite a bit of early breaking news in regards, of course, to none other than Conor Gallagher, of course, in regards to possible destinations for him at the end of the day. Big destinations, of course, could be going to, of course, none other than Tottenham. Aston Villa. We'll definitely discuss it, and I want to discuss whether or not, of course, is that whether or not letting go of Gallagher is the right thing to do. There's some people saying we shouldn't let go of Gallagher. We should. Some people saying Gallagher should be gone immediately. So listen, I'm just here to discuss, the Gallagher conundrum, as maybe some people like to call it. Again, for me, I'll give you my opinions, of course, but I want to hear yours too. Of course, we'll discuss some updates maybe in regards to Elise and Tesco from the Secret Scout that have come out as well. And finally, in some regards to, of course, none other than Mr. Lukaku himself, who possibly destination might not be AC Milan. You know what I mean? But hey, we move. Big up to my guy Joel. Big up Armand. Keeps us go away from the bridge 100%. Big up to my guy Big Mike. Yeah, big up to you, bro, as always. Oh, man, much appreciated, bro. Always nice to see. Why ain't everyone watching the international friendlies? It's because, of course, it's international friendlies. And the real stuff is starting next week Friday. That's when, listen, next week Friday, you're not going to be catching me here at 8 p.m. if the game's going on. You know what I mean? I'm going to probably have to delay it a bit further, if I'm being honest, once this happens. But as of right now, that will not be, of course, the case. Then I've got a feeling something big's happening. Yep, I do believe so too. And I think we'll find out sooner rather than later. But I want to first of all, of course, some breaking news. What? Chiesa has been approached by, what's it called? Roma. Oh, interesting. Bit to my guy. Oh, nice one, X-Style. I like your new thing. Nice little yellow. I like that as well, for sure. Hey, big ups to you too. But listen, guys, I want to start with the big one, and that is, of course, on Conor Gallagher's future at this football club. And some of the news that's come out in regards to it, of course, some rather large, big breaking news, of course, in regards to his next possible destination. So let me just bring that up for you boys right now as we speak. Guys, if you can hear me clearly, make sure and everything like that. Oh, dearie me, that should not have happened. But we moved. I just literally deleted the tabs, guys, that I was using to strip, but we got them back. That's like that. We're back in the lab like next time. But yeah, so let me just bring that up for you guys right here, right now. Big up to my guy, that's Raj. He says, I'm only giving Enzo the first 5 matches. Till then, buy or sell anyone else. Damn, bro. Wow, wowza, yeah? Hey, for sure. This is, of course, the first breaking news which came out, and that is, of course, from Kieran Gill of the Daily Mail, and he says Chelsea would only let go. We're let Conor Gallagher leave for more than £50 million. Of course, that's something that we knew about for quite a while. Of course, we they from obviously that I'm gonna read out that article that came out kind of recently from Liam Toomey, who's very much one of those guys that knows what's going on in regards to the club school of thought and process. And one of the things he was saying was, of course, the fact that they believe that he's equal to, if not more than, the value for Mount. So hey. Listen, man, we mean, well, Summer Surfer said if he said Gallagher, we right. Listen, we're definitely going to get to a discussion, in my personal opinion, about Gallagher and obviously him possibly sold, him not being sold, of course, because I think it's a good question to ask at the end of the day. It's a good question to ask, a valid question to ask, in my personal opinion, at the end of the day. So listen, man, we'll definitely discuss that for sure on this channel. So listen, watch this space. I'm just going to go over the news first, and then we're obviously going to discuss whether or not we believe whether or not we agree to it or not. But obviously, Oliver doesn't agree. Oliver, the link is available for you, bro. If you want to hop on, let me know. And listen, Ahmed Abdi, man, I'm telling you, breaking news, Ahmed, man. I am called Breaking News Ahmed for one reason only. Anytime I hop on Chelsea news, it comes like water. You know what I mean? It's like water is wet. You know what I mean? And when you look at that, Chelsea want more than 50 million to sell Conor Gallagher, officially from Fabrizio Romano. So they're literally looking at Mason Mount numbers, right? Mason Mount numbers. Thank you, Secret Surfer, obviously, for showing it up. I've also got it here for everyone to see. Of course, Kieran Gill said it earlier in the day. I've been saying it earlier in the day too. So listen, man, clearly a value that they're looking for, a value they're targeting. Probably, I would say 55, 60 million in my personal opinion. If they can get the same amount of money as they did for Mount, for Gallagher, they're taking that. And again, when you look at the possible suitors, I'm hearing Atletico Madrid might be one. I'm hearing, what's it called, Tottenham, which I think is the most unlikeliest, by the way, and Aston Villa. Interesting options. But listen, let's get back to the story, man. The story today was, listen, the story is hitting today. Let's go back to this one, of course. Such a depressing day. No news. My game got cancelled. There you, bro. Listen, that's just life, man. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low. We just got to get through it at the end of the day. Bit up to my guy Oliver too. Yeah, so Gallagher or we riot. Wow, Joe giving different opinions. Some of my surfaces told you yeah, you're right, bro. I said they would probably want 50 million or more. So hey, big up to you, Summer Surfer, for pointing that out to us at the end of the day, man. Much appreciated. But listen, let's go forward. And this is the other thing that came out, and this is from Sam Mokbo of the Daily Mail as well. Clearly, Chelsea and the Daily Mail, you know what I mean? Not too sure about that one still, but you mean, hey? Tottenham are preparing to make an offer for Conor Gallagher. So, and you've known for a while, Tottenham have been tracking him, wanted to come and sign him. Even when they had 2 years left, I think they wanted to come and get him into January. I don't know about the previous summer, but clearly in January they were targeting him. They didn't get him, and now they're trying to go for him now. And obviously, it's going on and on about it. Sam McBell says Chelsea sold Mason Mount in a deal worth an initial 59 million, rising to 60 million pounds last summer. Chelsea will seek a similar fee for Conor Gallagher this summer. So clearly, that's the target they're looking for. That's the market they're looking for in regards to Conor Gallagher. The fact they believe they can get more, they can get the same value as Mason Mount. Interesting to see. I agree with that. To be honest, again, you know, the season that he's had, the style of play that he's had, clearly, I think you can get that sort of value. Big up to my guy Jerry. Hope you're doing well. When you have done, yes, we will for sure. I've actually got some news on him. Leaders have been scamming other clubs. Well, listen, the other clubs want to get scammed. At the end of the day. But listen, there was obviously some other reports in regards to the fact that Atletico Madrid is also, of course, after Conor Gallagher too. So clearly, you know, at the end of the day, there are multiple clubs after him. And listen, I want to actually, before I let Oliver go to discuss this news, I know that there are a lot of people, you know, I've been seeing online that don't want Gallagher to leave. And listen, I'm one of the biggest Gallagher guys here, right? Many of you guys know this. I actually rate Gallagher. I think for me, and I've said this before previously, I think Gallagher, of course, off the ball work, all of that stuff, he can work in the team. He's very good in doing that. And yes, the runs he can make at times to crash the box and all of that stuff. This season, under Poch, he had a system that allowed him to work the most, by the way. You know, that system really allowed Gallagher to get the best out of him as a player because of the fact that he was essentially the heart of that midfield, more so than Enzo and more so than Caicedo, in my personal opinion. Now, going into this season, you're looking at the Maresca. I think I've always said Gallagher as a bench option is probably the best option at the end of the day. You know, good bench option coming on for 20, 30 minutes, much like he did. I think a good example would be under Potter to clean up and do some of the stuff like that. But again, I think the key issue that you have here is two. I'll start with the tactical one and then we'll go to the money related stuff, right? So in regards to the tactical one, right, in regards to the tactical aspect of Gallagher, I think for me, as you know, if you're playing possession-based football, that's going to require positional awareness, you know, being a bit more press-proven at times. And as you've seen, you know, a lot of the times when it comes to teams attacking Chelsea, they will target Gallagher specifically when it's on the ball because they know, again, he's not spatially aware and he's not press-proven. And for me, that is a big worry. You know what I mean? Even if I was to say let Gallagher stay, in the system that we have, I'm not sure with the guys that we have around him who are a bit more technical per se, I'm not sure that works for Gallagher, in my personal opinion. And I don't think it works for the team as well. And the thing is for me, even if I was to say, let him hold bench, bring him on to do other stuff like this, right? The moment I bring him on, and let's say it was 20, 30 minutes to go, can he keep possession for us? Realistically, no. We've seen that he can lose the ball at times. You can see that he likes to, you know, almost be he's not positionally disciplined, in my personal opinion as well. because his style of play doesn't allow him to be positionally, disciplined either. So as such, that is an issue, bro. That is an issue. I think for me, again, the other question becomes, do people necessarily believe that Gallagher can transform his game at the age he is, which is 24, if I'm not mistaken, and be able to adapt to that style? And the thing is, he's been under Tuchel and he's been under Potter. Now, say what you want about Potter, but Potter was very much possession-based football, and you were not able to see him adapt to that environment. So as such, for me, I don't know about that. And under Tuchel, similar thing. You know what I mean? Similar thing. In fact, I would argue Tuchel was treating him in the completely wrong way. He's trying to make him into a Kante Junior, which did not help him out as well either. So that's just from the footballing aspect. I'm going to get to your comments, guys. Don't you worry about that, Chief, right? The next aspect is, of course, the money thing, right? Now, from what we know, Gallagher's asking for 150k a week, if I'm not mistaken. That's the rumor that's going around, right? It's 150k a week. And the club, the club hasn't offered him anywhere near it. I think the last time I had was 105 or 115. The issue that I think, or 105 million, 115 million, the issue that you're going to have here is that they've set the benchmark here, excluding the guys that they gave contracts to before the directors came in, which again is Chilwell, who are currently here, is Chilwell, Reece James, and Cucurella. That's it. Everyone else, if I'm not mistaken, and Sterling, right? Those four. Other than those four, everyone else here is on an actual wage structure, right? Then where the maximum they're saying for the top players they're willing to pay is 150 and maybe at a push 200k, right? That's where they're looking at as of right now. So that is the thing that is the current wage structure. The problem is, if they don't even think Gallagher's gonna, as Liam Toomey, bro, let me just bring that up for you too, because Liam Toomey also said this from The Athletic, right? They don't even think that he's gonna be in the plans of the football club. So why would they, in their minds, I'm just thinking in their minds, why would they then say to Gallagher, we're gonna give you a top contract at this current football club? Why would I do that? For me, fundamentally, it doesn't make sense. Because as you can see here, this is from Liam Toomey of The Athletic. Why Gallagher contract has been run down? Chelsea support and leadership and ownership have not been convinced he should be integral to their long-term midfield plans. And listen, we can, again, argue about the aspects of that. But if we be honest, we've got obviously Enzo and Caicedo, right? As you know, Enzo is not even being used properly by Pochettino, for all of the stuff, right? Think about it like that. Then you've also got the aspect of Lavia hasn't played yet. Ugochukwu, which probably would have played a lot more minutes had it not been for Poch and what he did to him against Wolves, right? You got Santos still there. Cassidy might be available. Esteval could play even in the 8 role that Gallagher plays in. So you've got a bunch of other top guys that are available for you there that, again, that can actually do that job for you. So for me, again, you're just looking at it from that. I can't, if I'm Chelsea Football Club, if I'm the ownership, how can I justify that? How can I justify doing that, bringing that sort of money to Conor Gallagher? That's what it is for me personally. But big ups to everyone. Big up to my guy Oliver, bro. The floor is yours.
I mean, first of all, I'm not surprised by this. Like, I think a lot of people try and delude themselves into thinking that there's going to be a resolution. I
agree.
I accepted probably over a year ago that Gallagher wasn't going to stay at the club, and this includes like when he was bad. This includes when he was good. I've always just kind of accepted. The club just don't rate him at all. Like if we go all the way back to the beginning when Reece James was offered a contract, when Chalobah, I know Chalobah's getting sold now, but like okay, we can include Colwell in there. Those guys were offered contracts, and it was very clear from the club that that's our future right there in those positions. They didn't do that to Gallagher.
Yeah.
So that's strike one. And then whenever they get a bid for him, they always accept it. The Everton bid back in January 2023. Just as an example too.
Of course. Yep.
People can't be surprised. And listen, he's had a decent season. Like, fair enough to him. Like, I'm not going to take that away from him.
Of course, you can't take that away from 100%, bro.
No. Like, I don't like his profile of player. I'll be completely honest, but I'm going to be fair to him. He's had a decent season. But when you look at like what the club brief, what they want, like particularly with the manager search, they wanted a possession-based manager. And as you said before, whenever Gallagher's been placed in a possession-based system, he doesn't work. Versus when it's chaos ball with Pochettino, it looks a bit better. So it's completely opposite ideology to what we want to be. So
100%.
it makes the most sense. It makes the most sense in the world. I just think people need to think of it from that aspect, really.
I just think, again, fundamentally, and I'll say this to everyone here, yeah, big up guys, again, continue to like, share, subscribe, as I always say. But the thing is, guys, the reality is, yeah, even if I even if I wanted to say to him, yeah, even if, listen, as a Gallagher fan, still on the bench, the issue that I have here is that, can he necessarily then do the job that I'm going to ask him to do when he comes on in the style of play that we have currently, and with this manager? And the answer realistically is no. Like, this is the issue. Like, the way Gallagher plays means that he's not going to be positionally disciplined. And the thing is, with the way we're playing, each player, when he moves, the other player has to move. It's almost like, it's almost like a ballerina dance, right? When one moves, the other part moves. It's almost like an engine. When this is going on, this is going on, this is going, this is going, this is going. And the thing for me is, I just think it's incorrect to say that you can believe that Gallagher's going to be, is going to be, positionally, aware of himself, or even personally disciplined. Like, one of the reasons why Kukurea, by the way, one of the reasons why Kukurea was working, by the way, and it allowed Kaite to look much better than he has been, is because Gallagher continuously, particularly after Enzo left, was going forward. So that meant Kaite was literally by himself. So Caicedo literally left on by himself. Gallagher is not being positionally disciplined, and as such, it means that he's literally by himself with the whole midfield around him. So it's not going to help him at all. That would definitely not help him at all, if we're being honest.
I got something for you as well, right? One of the quotes you hear from Maresca, like when he talked at Leicester about how he was playing, like he used the phrase "playing in the traffic."
Of course.
That's playing under pressure. Do you want Gallagher to be that guy?
No.
No one wants that.
That's the problem, and I think I think fundamentally, yeah. Even if I was, listen, this is me speaking here. I'm not even hating him again. I just think fundamentally the style of play they're looking for and the player type that Gallagher is just doesn't suit him. That's the issue, bro. That's what, if we're being honest, that's what it comes down to. The type of players we have and the type of player that my guy Gallagher is just, it's not, you know what I mean? It's just not gonna hit. It's not gonna hit. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. And listen, am I happy he's gonna leave? I'm not really that happy, because listen, I like him at the end of the day. Gallagher, Oliver knows that that I like him. I was watching him since his days at Crystal Palace. I had and everything like that. So for me, I'd always be one of those guys that I'd appreciated the way that he played football for us. So, at the end of the day, if that's not gonna happen, bro, there's nothing that we can do, bro. There's nothing that we can do about that at all. Big up to my guy Abdi Mas Prime. He says the bridge, Ahmed Sahib. All I'm saying is we hope we ain't stretching it when we force to keep him. That 50 million minimum was fair enough. More than 50 million is crazy. But the problem is, Abdi Mas, if these people, by the way, are serious about him and they really wanted him, then bro, they will come and make it do happen. The one thing about Chelsea, I've never worried about Chelsea since for ages, is this: they will make sure they can cash in. They will make sure they can cash in, bro. These guys, I don't know what happened since Marina's left. These guys have come in. We can sell well. So this is one thing. I'm not personally. What's it called? Yeah, you know what I mean. That's one thing. What's it called? That I'm sure for sure.
It's fair market value as well.
Exactly. The problem is, go ahead, Oliver. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a fair market value. Like you look at like they said before, they think they think he's better than Mount, and like fair enough. But like, so Mount went for 55 plus 5, if I'm remembering correctly. Is that right?
Yeah, Piers, it's 55 plus 5.
55 plus 5, and he had a stinker of a season on a year left of the contract in the following season. And Gallagher's actually had a season where he's being like renowned in the media and by rivals, although it's not true, but they say it anyway. He's been our best midfielder. So the optics are completely different, and you've also just got to look at what other midfielders are going for. Liverpool got Szoboszlai for 60 million. You're telling me that someone can't take Gallagher for 50?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Again, I just think at the end of the day, bro, the market, man, dictates the price. And with Gallagher, you can probably get that money, whether people like it or not. That is what it is. Yeah, Dario, bro, I'm definitely gonna be getting to that sort of section. I'm just speaking about Gallagher initially. But guys, again, you can super chat in. If you super chat, I will have to answer straight away. So, hey, that is available for you at the end of the day. So, moving on, yeah. But I don't know how long he's still got it 100%. We'll see, bro. We will definitely see for sure, bro. But again, we move on that one, bro. We move on that one still. When you're I just think in general the Gallagher situation, whether or not it will get sorted out as of right now, I don't know. But I think more than likely, in regards to the Gallagher scenario, I think it's more likely that you see a situation where he gets before Friday, you will find out if he's still not going. And the thing for me also that I think a lot of people are not realizing, yeah, is that even though it's all well and good, Tottenham are trying to set a bid, Aston Villa are discussing right now, Chelsea a bid. You know, if he's not agreeing to a deal with these guys, then you're in big trouble. You know what I'm saying to you? Then you're in big trouble because then that means he just wants to run out his contract, and that is pretty much it. And then that's where the worry begins for me personally. Because if that's the case, if that is the case, then you're literally not going to be able to make money for Gallagher at all. And that will have to mean you put either, if the club wants to retain its value of some sort, they're probably going to have to give him a short-term contract more than likely, right? Which is one thing, of course. The other thing for me would probably be they either just let him run down his contract, then he goes to a free somewhere else of his choosing, which would be number 2. And I'm not sure what. Do you think there's a third option on the board that I'm missing?
In terms of him, like just what the outcome is.
Yeah, the outcome is if he rejects any deal that comes up, basically.
So no, I don't really think there is any other outcome. I mean,
yeah, for me, those are the only 2 options, bro.
The way I'm thinking about this, I think this is pretty comprehensive. I mean, Gallagher, at his point in his career right now, he is like, if we look at realistically right now, he is technically on the precipice of being in the England midfield. Like, I could actually see him starting in the England midfield in the Euros next to Rice. Just out of a lack of other options, but regardless, he'd be starting there. And at the end of the day, I imagine that when the club was negotiating with Maresca, that they would have come to some sort of agreement. If we can't get this guy on a contract, he's in the reserve the whole season. So if Gallagher's not going to risk that, but it's very rare that an England player does risk that when they're that close to the starting 11. They're going to just stay at a club when they have no opportunity to play.
That's the thing, though, by the way. That's the thing. I think for me, I don't think he's going to start for England, by the way. I think it'll probably be like a Rice and what's his name? Bellingham probably will be starting.
You think they'll keep Bellingham back?
Yeah, I think something like that. It will be Rice. It'll be either Rice, Warburton, or something like that. I don't know if Gallagher's going to start.
Nah, he's not. No, Wharton's not getting it. I
you
like
don't think
Wharton,
so?
But this is Southgate, bro.
Wharton's you never know, man. I'm just saying. But listen,
I really like Wharton, by the way, but he won't start.
Yeah,
fair enough.
I heard something on Twitter that that they wanted to start Trent next to him.
Oh, what, Trent and Gallagher?
No, Trent and Rice.
Trent and Rice would work, to be honest, only because if you just make Rice sit and then you just make Trent basically just spray those balls around to the front. Then
okay, well let's put it like this then. If Gallagher's not starting, he's the first guy off the bench. Like, he's very close to that starting level.
Of course.
Sure, no, for sure. Yeah, you're right. Now with Gallagher, I just don't see how we keep him at this point.
Of course.
I really just don't like the whole thing is that like I don't actually have hate for Gallagher. I guess that I should probably say that first, because I feel like that has to be like brought up on every time it's a topic. Mm-hmm. But I don't see him as like an integral piece of our team that has to stick around. And not for nothing, all these other teams that are buying him are going to use him the same way that we should be using him, aka off the bench or sporadic starts, cup games. Like, that's what they're going to be using him for. Like, if you're talking about Aston Villa, McGinn and Kamara, even I'm not even including Douglas Luiz because I know that's going to be moved. Then if you include Tottenham, you have Basuma, You have Bentancur. Like he's
you know
coming
what
off
it is?
the
You know
bench
what it is,
regardless.
Joseph. The reason why I was saying Aston Villa would be a great move for him, by the way, is because I think I forgot the manager's name right now.
Emery.
Emery, basically, with him, I think McGinn's played a lot of games, by the way, like this season in particular. He played quite a lot of games, and the thing about McGinn, like to give him credit, he's high energy. Him and Gallagher are very similar in the fact that they're off the ball work, right? And I
direct
think
replacement.
And Gallagher could do a great job in replacing him in that midfield. Plus, you got UCL football now, which possibly could become Europa League if you fall out. So listen,
in the way that Emery works, right?
Exactly.
If you know the way that Emery works, he's probably shooting for Europa.
I don't think you can drop down in the new format. I don't think you can drop down.
You can.
Oh, you can't. You can.
No, you can. You can. It's a certain. There's a certain amount of teams that it's a league ranking, right? And then the league ranking comes up. Then like the top 15 get placed, or top 14 or top 16 get placed into brackets for draw into a draw for tournament play, and then like the next, I think it's 5 or 6 teams go into the European brackets.
I must be getting confused with the Europa League then, because
Europa at the conference doesn't happen anymore.
Okay.
Fair enough then. That's fair enough. But yeah, I just think at the end of the day, you look at that. I said before, the Gallagher to like McGinn, that makes actually a lot of sense for me.
Like for like, right? Like you don't have
exactly.
It's like it's in the
plug
end.
In,
it's
plug
like
out. It's literally plug in, plug out, bro.
It's nothing different in the end. You're not losing. You're getting the same kind of player. McGinn's probably a little bit more technical on the ball than Gallagher, but it's this pretty much the same kind of player you're talking.
100%, and that's why for me, at the end of the day, it makes perfect sense for him to go there. I think the thing with Tottenham, I know his dad's a Chelsea fan and he's from like a Chelsea family, so that's why for me, anything from Tottenham, I'm also thinking that's probably an unlikely scenario. By the way, that's why for me, Tottenham is an unlikely scenario.
The only reason I say otherwise is because Ange has really wanted this guy for like over a year now.
Bro. I don't know if you had, but Atletico Madrid. Do you think? I don't know if you got.
Hey, it fits, bro.
He fits their team, man.
You want to know why? It's literally the same thing. Rodrigo De Paul, like for like. You could like for like swap these guys, and they got a new group of young guys that are all more of in the frame of like how a Barcelona midfielder would be, like 100%. The Barrios guy that they have, this 20-year-old Barrios guy. He played freaking about like 15 to 20 games this year. Kid's good. Kid's good. He probably will end up being the starting DM for Spain in a few years, but they don't have legs outside of DePaul in the midfield, so makes sense.
That's why I'm saying to you, like, if Franco is obviously another option, maybe that might happen. But I just think for me, at the end of the day,
what do you think we do if we do lose him? Do you think we go and try to get a replacement, or do you think we just bring Andre Santos up?
I just personally think the replacement's already there at the club. They think the replacement for him is Chukwuemeka, apparently. So that's Chukwuemeka is their
not
guy.
Like for like whatsoever. I would say Andre Santos is much more like for like.
They don't want like for like though.
That's the thing. They don't want like for like. So I can just bring this up quickly because this was like from like midway through last season in regards to why in regards to it. So this is it. This is from Max London Pies, right? And this is what they were saying. Club no formal talks over Nidio. Club believe in Chukwuemeka a factor. So apparently, they clearly believe Chukwuemeka is going to be stepping into whatever they believe that position is going to be for them next season, essentially.
Well, if it's going by Enzo Maresca's system, Chukwuemeka is the perfect fit for that inside 8 role, the 8 role for them to be able to play. So it really does. It makes sense.
So yeah, in this regard, that's why I think for me that if they're going to do this, then that's why it makes sense.
Because it's just taking away minutes from other people that probably could use the minutes.
Because the other reality is, like, if you're being honest, whoever the 6 is going to be, which is most likely Enzo, at least you have Ugochukwu that's going to be behind him, right? If Ugochukwu is going to stay.
I think it's more Lavia in this case.
Lavia. Sorry, my bad. Yeah,
the way that Enzo plays, it's probably going to be Lavia and Enzo as the 2 options for that deep line, because it's more deep line playmaker than a destroyer 6. So Yeah, dude, I just hope Carney can stay healthy and get a run of games. That's all I can say about
That's
Carney.
what we need. That's what we need from him, honestly. That's what he needs.
I will say though on that, I mean, like as the weeks go on, this whole thing about Poch tax on the injuries is building up. I don't know if Joey, I don't know if you saw the Armando Broja interview with the Athletic.
We're going to talk about that too as well.
Yeah. Well, okay, if we're going to get onto that, then I'll wait. Fair enough.
Yeah. So listen, in terms of being a body, then yeah, it's Santos. Gallagher leaves, Santos stays, and our squad size stays the same midfield wise. That's the reason why Joey. I've been maintaining. I just don't think you need. I don't think you need that. You don't need to go into the market for another midfielder if he leaves the centre.
I agree. I was just wondering what your perspective was. Because I agree with you guys.
You also have the potential of obviously Esteval coming in even into that
position. Yeah, and into an 8 position. Yeah,
exactly. So the thing for me in regard, again, the thing for me, and I will say it again, just for the people that are coming in as well, I maintained, even if I was to say, because I kind of like Gallagher, I've been watching it for a while, even if I was to say, let Gallagher sit on the bench, the issue that I then have is that even if I was to then, let's say, bring him on for 20, 30 minutes, much like Potter was doing, he's not positionally aware. He doesn't have...
I think people are overstating the Gallagher price, though. Like, that's like the market price for these midfielders at this point.
Listen, anyone that's telling you, listen, they have to blame Everton for the price that Gallagher's at right now, by the way. If Everton had not bid 45 million for him, he wouldn't be at 50 million pounds right now, even 55 for doing so well this season.
Because he's had a better season since when Everton did.
Exactly. He by the way, the 45 million, he was getting cooked. Remember, the Tuchel video of him was available. Literally, the Broja mount and Gallagher front three against Newcastle. Yeah, that was honestly his lowest of the low, by the way.
And now this season he was a lot better than previous seasons. I'll give him that. He pretty much hit that. He hit that level that he looked like at Crystal Palace this season, which was like a good player, not a great player, but he could be useful to some in certain moments.
Yeah,
but.
I think for me personally, 55 million is probably going to get for him. I think 50 plus 5 is probably the best they can get.
I think it's going to be 45 plus 5, to be honest. I think that's what will end up.
Because like I was having this debate with one of the commenters, yeah, and he made the point to me, if the club is desperate for him and they really feel like you're going to be able to get a like for like replacement for him, you could probably get 50 plus 5. I initially said you can get 50 million for him.
You want to know what it really is, guys, with Gallagher? Is the homegrown tax on him is the big thing. He's probably like a 40 million pound player, but when it comes to like,
of course,
how many there isn't as that many English trained players that are even in the league now, and you have to have a minimum of 6.
Of course,
so it's like there's a tax on that. He was trained in England. Like you have to, there's a minimum requirement that you have to have an English trained player. Mm-hmm. Like that extra 10 million is just where that's coming from. And I just I think clubs understand that too when they're buying English players. Is like if Gallagher probably goes for less to Atletico Madrid than to Villa or Tottenham.
Oh, for sure.
Of course, bro.
So.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I agree with you. The bidding wall could probably get you up 10 million more.
That's Senac, exactly. Yeah. At the floor, that's what you should be taking. 45 plus 5.
If you get Atletico to bid, and they bid as well, then listen, man.
I think Atletico will probably bid somewhere around 40 plus 5. That's probably what
they'll do 45 million probably. Yeah, you know what the Spanish clubs are like. But listen, let's move on from Gallagher. And I want to talk about Armando Broja. He had a conversation with Simon Johnson of the Athletic. He's probably one of the more reliable guys for Chelsea Football Club when it comes to news. And this is him speaking about his future. Nothing has been decided yet, but if I need to go somewhere else to get back in my groove, then of course, I would want to do that. As a player, there is no better feeling than being on the pitch and knowing you have a club and a team who defends you. A club who will allow you to make mistakes because they know you will become something. Some interesting comments. Let's start with that one actually.
Well, he knows his potential, right? Like that's the thing about him. He knows his potential. He's just every time he's had the opportunity to take advantage of his potential, he hasn't taken advantage of it. Let's just be real.
I think earlier at Southampton, I think the only exception I would give maybe if I was being fair to him, probably Southampton maybe. Like, at Southampton, he was kind of reaching the.
He was okay. I mean, he scored like 6 goals at Southampton.
It was 8 goals, but
it was 8 goals. But again, I think
wasn't it 6 in the league? 6 in the league, 8 or
but again, Oliver, what I would say, like, yes, he may have scored 6 or 8, or however much it was, but I feel like the effort and like the way he was playing for the team, more so like the stuff that we praised Jackson for,
the energy.
That energy, even like how you.
Yeah, but that's the thing is we can't praise. That's the whole thing with Gallagher is we can't praise people for energy. That's bare minimum.
Fair enough. You know what? Fair enough.
That's bare minimum. Like if we don't see Sterling running on the pitch, we instantly cuss him out. Instantly. It's the bare minimum. Like that's
pretty much.
You have to be running on the pitch. If you're not running, get the fuck out of my club.
Exactly. And listen, that's fair enough. And in regards to obviously, unknown, does he not think that Chelsea maybe not believe in him? To be fair,
it was
I
clear
can understand that.
It's clear we don't.
It's clear we don't. They clearly don't. But
at the same time, this is where we've got to have a bit of self-awareness here. You weren't good enough, as Joey said, when you had the opportunities. We all have sympathy for your injury. This isn't a bash session on Armando Broja. He had a horrible injury. We understand it, but at the same time, we've got to cover our own interests, and Nicholas Jackson was consistently the better option.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Like, here's the thing: is like, with Broja specifically, like, never hit a height to be at this club. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Like, we're a top club, guys. Like, we gotta keep remind. I don't know if I have to keep reminding yourselves that, but we're a top club here. Okay, like he's never hit the height that he needed to hit.
He's never been able to continue the form. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and there's good reason for it because he's not good enough. Just like Tammy Abraham, right? I'd say just like Tammy Abraham. Tammy's had at least almost one season where he almost had 20. I think he had 19 one season under Lampard.
He had. I think at Chelsea.
And I think he had 20 at Roma. I think.
Yeah.
The first
thing at Chelsea, the reason why people didn't believe him at Chelsea is because he scored like the majority of his goals in the first half of the season, and then if you remember the second half of the season, they literally Lampard was putting in Giroud over him because he literally was not. He scored I think 3. I think in that period, in the second half of that season,
and that's fine, bro. Yeah. We put a buyback clause on Tammy that we never even looked at.
Yeah, the €8 million one. I remember when I had.
Remember we put. If it comes down to it with this guy, right? If it comes down to it with this guy, we put a buyback clause. We sell him off for $25 million. We put a buyback clause on him for something reasonable, like 60 or something like that.
Yeah.
Let him go see what he could do in another team for a couple of years, and if he's good enough and he's scoring crazy goals, and we go buy him back for a low budget cost.
Exactly.
Like it's really not that deep in my opinion. Like Poch, I feel like Poch had his favorites. You know what I'm saying? So like there were certain guys that just didn't get along with them, and certain guys that really liked them.
Yeah, and listen, actually speaking about this. Armando Broja being surprised at Mauricio Pochettino's comments about his body language a little bit because I have been through so much with the injury and he was saying something about me needing to be more happy. I did feel like I could have had more trust and belief from him. So clearly he feels the coach didn't believe in him. And to be honest, I can't really blame him because he literally was not playing him, bro. Even when Jackson was not. He literally he got forced basically to play him against was it Burnley essentially? He literally got forced to play him for Burnley.
Yeah, that was when Jackson got suspended for yellow card.
Yeah, literally. So again, like that's how much it took for him to actually cook. That's
remember Palmer false 9? That was because he didn't play Broja.
Exactly, and he had multiple opportunities to literally just play him, and he just decided, yeah, man, I'm not moved. So. At the end of the day, I mean,
he had his chances under Poch too.
Yeah.
Let's be frank.
No. I agree with that. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, it's not worked out for him here. I don't know where he goes next. If I was his advisor, I would tell him Monaco is a good option. You can at least get a season there, learn your trade, and then you can at least leave the club the season after if you're good enough.
I think he would be a really good striker in Italy. His style of striker normally does really well in Italy.
The only other club I know from Italy that's targeted him, I think, is Bologna, if I'm not mistaken. And
so they just have to wait, and he just has to wait until Xerxes moves, and then he can get his move.
But I think the French league is good for him too, bro. I'll be honest. He'll be a good replacement.
I'm not opposed. I'm not saying that you're wrong there. I just think.
You think it's the optimal move, you're saying? The optimal move for him,
yes,
basically.
The best move for him is in Italy. That's his style of striker works really well in Italy. It just does. Like, if you go look across the leagues in Italy, Dusan, Victor, I mean, they're littered with them.
Yep.
Scamacca, like every single team has a big, powerful striker that can run pretty much.
Course. So listen, Armando Broja, as I always say, we just wish you nothing but the best. But hopefully you get your move. But again, I think if they don't sell him this week or next week, then they're probably banking on him cooking at least for 3 games for Albania before they move him on. Oh, what? Julian Alvarez? What? Julian Alvarez? What the hell?
Did we ever get linked with him? Because I saw that he was getting linked around.
What? There is a possibility a big offer is set to arrive from a big Premier League club in the next days for Julian Alvarez. Whoa. That's interesting, bro.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Arsenal either, though. You know what I'm saying?
The thing for me is it
could be either us or Arsenal, and it wouldn't surprise me at all. Wow,
that's interesting, man. I'll be honest. Big the thing wow, that's definitely interesting, by the way. I think for me Alvarez is a great player. Obviously I think this season he had a slightly down season.
Would you bring Alvarez over Sesko? That's the real question here, because they're going to be around the same price.
Bit more I think if you go for the prem proven aspect, then I would say yes, personally.
Chat, what are you saying? Alvarez over Sesko?
Oh, I think probably you would have to say you would probably say yes, bro. The thing is that if it's probably Arsenal, that must mean, by the way, Joel, that they've lost out on Sesko. That means we've either won the race or United or it was won the rest on Sesko, by the way. If that's the case, Joel. If it's because
I could definitely see it being either of our teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it
could
really
be either of us.
Whoever it is,
if it is Arsenal, for example, then it would mean they've lost out on Sesko. If it's Chelsea, that would mean we've lost out on Sesko as well. So whoever it is, that's the way they go.
You know what I think it is with Alvarez?
Yeah,
I don't know if City would sell Alvarez to Arsenal. I just don't know if they would, just because of how close they are to competing with them, especially with Pep being around. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I hear you, bro.
What if we get our Aguero revenge on this?
Bro, that would be insane, by the way. But you know where it is, bro. I just updated the title quickly so that I can just let some of the people know. But this is interesting because I was not. I had heard that
I had a feeling eventually he would want to leave with.
There was because I had heard some Argentinian there was the third tier Argentinian second tiers were saying Alvarez may be on the move because of
but Gaston is actually a pretty good.
This guy's legit. I know this guy. Yeah, this guy's pretty legit because I know him from the stuff about Enzo. So the fact that he's got that news must mean either Alvarez's agent is saying a club is about to bid for him that we know about, or.
Oh, is it egregious? I didn't know that.
Oh. Alvarez all day. Enzo is his best friend. Oh, listen. So what are we saying? Well, Enzo is convincing people to.
Alvarez is going to be like 70 million, guys. Yeah. He'll be like 70 million.
By the way,
they already reported it. You can find it on Twitter.
Yeah.
They reported how much he would cost, around 70 million.
Yeah, and by the way, he actually, Alvarez, by the way, and Enzo played for River Plate together. So yeah, they'll both have
okay.
So that's
the
why.
links.
That's why it links together. So Alvarez is too small to be a striker. But again, I just think too small. Listen, Aguero was too small, bro. So that's
Suarez was supposed to be too small too.
Again, I feel like, guys, and I'll say this again, Abraham.
You just have to have the tenacity to replace the hype.
Exactly, but I also think the way that football is being played now is less with your head, actually. Unless it's a set piece that you're going for a corner, the vast majority of the time, football is played with your feet. You know what I mean? And even now when we're playing, football,
you're right,
you know what
bro.
I mean?
I didn't even think about that.
When you're playing possession plays football too, that means 90% of the time the ball's gonna be at your feet, big man. Unless you're going in for a diving header or something like that, then no. Like that's all I have to say to that, innit? So X-Style says mystery candidate, mystery club. What the hell is this? Well, listen, they don't want to reveal it.
I like I said, it could be either of us, right? Like it really could. I couldn't tell you one or the other, right? Like it could really be either, or it could be us. It could be Arsenal. I could be because just we both have the Pep link. You know what I'm saying? So we're both going for a.
Chelsea just got this crazy Man City link, bro. Like, I feel like if you go Arsenal 2.0, by the way, of this, by the way, like it's literally every time, like, there's a new Man City link for us. So Gaston was the most reliable in the Enzo saga of Benfica as well.
So you're telling me, like, that's exactly what I was about to say. If we get Olise and Alvarez, bro. All right, I'll be happy. I'll go back to being extremely happy with this.
This probably explains why they're trying to push this Gallagher deal through. By the way, in the next 2 weeks, if they're trying to do that, for example, even
it'll end up being around the same price point.
Even
so you only have to sprinkle an extra 20 on top, and then you'll pay for.
I don't know if you know, bro, but Chalobah's another one that the Nick Powell of the Standard, which I was going to get towards today as well. He was even making the point that they're trying to even offload Chalobah now. So the fact that this is happening for me means clearly they're just trying to get their targets through the door as quickly as possible. So again, it's interesting to see with this Alvarez news, and it'll probably develop a bit more towards the end of the days. I don't like small strikers, but his IQ fits the team. I agree. Does anyone know who is PYS? I don't. He's a Chelsea aggregator. That's the best I can tell you. I'm not sure I can tell you anything else, but Alvarez.
He has links with the club. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, let's just put it like that. Yeah. What? Walker, bro? Why are you not doing this for me? Oh well. But Enzo's putting in a good word. Well, let's hope so, Mike Majors, man. If he's putting in a good word, that's gonna be very helpful to us at the end of the day, man. That's gonna help us.
That's some bright news. Hopefully, that actually means something.
It actually means something. It either means, we've got one of the strikers, hopefully. That's what it means. Well, whichever one it is, which is good.
One of the two.
Keep an eye on other teams too. Fair enough. But again, I think, I don't know. Oh, wow. This is... So this is from, by the way, Fabrizio. He's saying several clubs approached Julian Alvarez. Not only Atletico Madrid, but also PSG.
Atletico, it would make so much sense.
He would actually bang Atletico,
Yeah, it makes so much sense. Like,
PSG showing interest is only because they're about to spend 120 million on Kvaratskhelia and don't want to spend 100 million other guy. We know that.
They'll move Colomboani to the left and play this guy up.
Man City want to keep Julian. We'll see about that. No proposal negotiations yet, but several clubs keen, also from England. But again, if Gaston knows something, that means his agent is leaking something's about to happen.
Exactly.
So, you guys remember when Enzo said he's FaceTime Dybala telling him to come Chelsea. Listen, the thing about Dybala, I love Dybala. Dybala was one of my favorite Italian players in Italy when I used to watch Italian football regularly, even though I don't watch it as regularly now. But, bro, listen, I would have loved to have him, but his injuries kill him. His injuries have killed me. By the way, this is why, I just don't think that's going to happen. You know what I mean? That's just not going to happen. So I think for me, Alvarez, let me show you this because I want to actually
I think it's either one of us two Premier League clubs or Atletico Madrid are going to be the trio.
Because I don't think Tottenham's going for him. I don't think what's it called is going to go for him. Tottenham not going for Liverpool. Definitely not going for him because, listen, Liverpool.
All right, I got to get back to work though, boys. Hope you have a good day.
You too, bro. Take care.
It's okay.
Take care. Yeah, but as I was saying, Oliver, Liverpool don't have the money for him probably because of the way they act. Obviously, we know about the other teams in and around that period. In regards to Manchester United, I don't think so. all these other clubs. So clearly, it's probably between, I think, Arsenal and Chelsea, particularly that Man City link, and particularly with the relationship we have with those football clubs.
I mean, the only one that it doesn't make sense for is Liverpool. I mean, unless they're going to offload one of Nunez or Gakpo, they've got
exactly. And the thing is, it doesn't make sense for United only because they're club rivals, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they wouldn't sell to a rival.
That for one. Number two, they're probably going to stick with Højlund as the starter. So is Alvarez going to move from bench to bench for a worse club?
Again, Abraham, I don't feel sorry for Osimhen, and the reason why I don't feel sorry for him is because at the end of the day, when he was making these contract deals, when he was making these stuff happen, he should have thought about it smarter. The one rule I always have here with these football players, and I've seen a lot of these guys who get these high release clauses, is this: they should be, when they're negotiating their contract, be able to put into their contract a suitable release clause that will allow any top club that they believe that wants to come into him to be able to take them. That's what it is, bro. But clearly they're not thinking like that. You know what I mean? And that might not be a fault of the player, but it's a fault of their agent, in my personal opinion. So glad Poch is gone, man. Listen, big up OG. I'm going to read this now. Alvarez is the perfect check for Enzo ball. Yep, that's what I'm saying, bro. I agree. So listen, this is stuff I wanted to read quickly because I want to go back to Broja stuff before we continue talking about Alvarez and other stuff, etc., that do take place. Broja was named the first team by Pochettino a further 7 times and made 11 appearances from the bench in all. With the head coach reluctant to send first team players to the under-21s for game time or to organize friendlies behind closed doors, it made it harder for those coming back from injury to game match. So essentially, what's happening, essentially what was happening is that these guys weren't even getting match sharpeners. They had 0 match sharpeners and just getting thrown into games. I mean, shock horror, man. Instead of praising Broja after he scored the opening goal in a 4-0 third round win over Preston North End of the Championship, Pochettino spoke afterwards about how he needed to change his body language. That will probably be announced after they do the interviews with Maresca. I'll be so real with you, Abraham. Yeah, I saw that joke, but listen, big Lampard, big up Lamps, but we're not doing it around here, man. We're not doing that around here. Thank you. But yeah, that's the one thing I want to talk about quickly while I had you guys' attention. But again, for me, am I surprised by that? Not really. That's such a Lampard thing. That's such a Poch thing to do. You know what I mean? Where they just throw stuff at you and do some of the stuff that they're doing right there. You know what I mean? You just got to feel sorry for him, man. You have to feel... You have to feel sorry for him, but at the end of the day, man, it's not easy for him at all at the end of the day, man. But hey, sometimes, man, life gives you lemons, isn't it? And in that occasion, life gave him a lot of lemons indeed. That's what it is, man. It's not easy at the end of the day, man. It's not playing football regularly and at this level. It's not easy, bro. When are they invading Maresca this week? Apparently, according to Allsy, they're meant to be doing interviews this week, no, Oliver?
I haven't read anything about that.
But I know his contract starts first week of July. So unless they're going to wait until the first week of July to announce Tosin, then listen, your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, I haven't got a clue.
Me neither. So listen, your guess is as good as mine. So, whoa, that's the wrong tab. I did not want to touch. But listen, let's move on. I've got some more content for you guys. More Chelsea needs to speak about, of course. Guys, get the likes up, get the subscribes up, please. Help your brother out. Helps me out, helps the channel out. And allows me to get bigger, better, and as they say, stronger. Thank you very much. Obviously, currently, this is obviously some of the other news in regards to Romelu Lukaku. So obviously, last night it was reported by DiMarzio that AC Milan had an approach for Lukaku for loan deal, but Chelsea are just looking for the release clause to be activated in regards to Lukaku. In regards to that, I just think, in my personal opinion, again with Lukaku, 38 million or bust. That's it, bro. You just tell the people, pay the 38 million or shush, because that's what we need at the end of the day. And it's kind of crazy, man. Imagine if Lukaku accepts this, bro. He just really is just like a villain, bro. He's going to go to the club that he so-called loved so much that was kissing the badge of AC Milan, and then so Inter Milan, then dumped to AC Milan. Do you know how nasty that work that is, Oliver? That is like real nasty work, by the way. Honestly.
I mean, yeah, it's nasty, but this is the same guy that was negotiating with Juventus ahead of a Champions League final with his team, Inter Milan. So, is it really out of character? This is Romelu Lukaku.
It's not out of character, but I'm just like, someone just has to say it how it is, bro. Like, it's just nasty work, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, whether you like it or not, bro, you can't be doing this sort of stuff, man. You know what I mean? You can't be doing it. Surely not, bro.
You'd think not, but this is the guy we're dealing with. So yeah.
Yeah, man. This is because, like, I don't know about you personally, bro, but like, if this guy was like playing for my club, hell no, bro. Like, this is like, you know, he's worse than the flipping sellsword. You know what I mean? Honestly. But listen, let's move on from Lukaku because he's gonna be leaving my club soon. Chelsea are targeting a left back and a forward, while they could also bring in a new goalkeeper. Now, again, the left back has come back again, by the way. This is Nick Powell has been very adamant, by the way, in regards to a left back coming into the football club. Now, for me personally, and I'm pretty sure you would agree with this, Oliver, I've always been bang on, we need a left back, we need a left back, we need a left back, because, you know, for me, fundamentally, you know, I don't rate Cucurella as so highly as many people do here, but I think he's good enough backup, and I just don't think Chilwell fits that system. So for me, a Bradley Loco who can help to fit that system has always been my personal aim at the end of the day. And there's some actual news in regards to Kerkez, by the way, that was just released by Fabrizio Romano. But I think it's a link to, I'm afraid, to people might not like it, to Manchester United, by the way. So, and this is the one. This is it. Manchester United will bring in a new left back for sure this summer, as reported in March. Middlesbrough is one of the players being monitored for that position. No talks yet, but appreciated. Bournemouth have no intention to make it easy. They'd ask important fee of Kerkez. So again, I said Bradley Loco at Dimas Prime. Research him, my brother. You will like him, I'm telling you. I don't think so, bro. Again, listen, we are currently at Wednesday, the 5th of June, and we've not had anything yet, my friend. We have to win the league. Husam will dye his hair blue if you win. Did it? Yeah, we need that to happen. Good. I don't even want the left back. Let him go to United. Fair enough. But yeah, so obviously, Milos Kerkez, of course, was one of the options that we've obviously been hearing by the club for the left back role. I've always said Bradley Loco instead. That's been my guy. That's the guy that I believe in personally. Oliver, do you think we would need a new left back necessarily? I think a starting left back, to be honest, is what we need.
I mean, unlike you, I'm actually one of the guys that rates Cucurella, but at the end of the day, like whether
let's remove him. You know, guys, we don't do that around here. We don't rate. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
That's besides the point, because whether or not Cucurella starts or not, the fact of the matter is, and we're assuming here that Ian Maatsen is going to have his release clause activated, or that we're
of course.
Either that, or we're going to, for some reason, you know, let Dortmund or anyone else negotiate with us. But
of course,
so assuming that he leaves the club, there is at the very least there is a need for a backup, and Chilwell is with the system that Maresca wants to play, where he'll either invert a fullback or he'll tuck the fullback into a centre back role. Chilwell trying to bomb forward ain't going to run, so he's the odd one out.
Fair enough. But at the end of the day, bro, I just think we need a new left back anyway. So we move. Obviously, you know, the forward section, Tesco now could potentially be even an Alvarez situation. There was actually some more news actually in regards to the forward scenario. Obviously, apparently we've been tracking Dobrik. Can I ask, why is Dobrik not playing for Ukraine, by the way? I've noticed that he's not playing for Ukraine, you know. He's not even the starting striker. Fair enough. Tottenham have been checking Girona striker Artem Dobrik for the last few months. Benjamin Sesko is who they are waiting on, though. But clearly, this news about Alvarez, either we've bottled it or Arsenal's bottled it, bro. Again, this is something where you gotta watch the space. Listen, I'll be honest, man. If you get Alvarez, man, and we get Olise, families will be fed. A lot of families will be fed. All right. So this is the other topic I want to talk about, right? Obviously, I know we've just spoken a lot in the last hour about my guy Conor Gallagher. But listen, it's looking like Trevor Chalobah is he's going to have to leave too. And it seems that Trevor Chalobah has been told he can leave Stamford Bridge this summer. Fulham are interested. Now again, Fulham, big. We all know about Fulham, obviously a mid-table club, as many of you guys would agree. Obviously, would be going to just down the corner. Probably be a lot easier for him to move. Only 100k a week. bumped up to 150, and he got him. Yeah. He's man. Chelsea, man. Chelsea, we can get that done, bro. We can get that done, bro. No doubt about that for sure. But going back to Chalobah just quickly, obviously we've known for a while that the club want to sell him, and clearly they have their eye on another centre back to bring in. Will that be a deal Monday? I don't know. Maybe I'm hearing now Euro is another option now from Lille, who I'll be honest, Euro, from what I've seen from Lille, I have mixed feelings towards personally. I'm not sure the other centre back, because there's another centre back obviously that they've been tracking to from Nottingham Forest. I think it's Murillo, if I'm not mistaken. So, Oliver, question to you, and a question I will ask to everyone here: would you like Mr. Chalobah to be gone?
I wouldn't, no, but it's the same thing with the Gallagher thing, where I have accepted for a very long time that this is what's going to happen, and with that, I really can't be surprised.
Well, according to Darko, things are happening. Well. Listen, man. Wallahi, man. Listen. I want to tell you right now, yeah. The Bridge 258, right here, right now, we give you breaking transfer news. You know what I mean? Abdimash Pram, let them know. Joe, let them know in the chat. I am the breaking news man. Whenever I come online, Chelsea, it just comes alive, man. It comes alive. I'm giving you this top tier content, bro. Listen, make sure, of course, to like, share, subscribe, obviously, super chat if you want to get your answers straight away. And of course, none other than this, memberships, 99p for membership, bro. Listen, I'll be honest, bro. You know, we can cuss out Darko if we want, but big man, he's legit. I'll give him that. He is legit, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, we can hate on him all we want, but his sources are pretty good, I'll be honest. Marshall will tell us Alvarez news in August. Marshall will be telling us Alvarez news here in flipping in December. You know what I mean? That's what, you know what I mean? After he goes through 20 tabs, knowing my guy Marshall.
Hey, well, I don't think it'll be tonight either way, because we have a call-in show at 10.
Yeah,
so by the way, if anyone wants to come and join that,
yeah, listen, you got a call-in show tonight, don't you? I'm gonna be redirecting to that one straight away. Listen, let there be light. Look at that, man. I'm that good, man. You see, even the light comes on for me. Nah, I'm doing too much right now. Summer Surfer, Facts, Andrew's brother. Didn't Darko say the Zerbi was happening? He said that he was saying that it was kind of close at the end of the day, but of course it didn't happen.
I mean, at the end of the day, Fabrizio gave a here we go for Tyler Adams last summer. Exactly. So, you know, everyone gets something.
Listen, you win some, you lose some. I would rather have brought in Lukaku than Tosin. I hear you, bro, but Lukaku is going to be quite pricey, you know. Lukaku is definitely going to be pricey if you're going to try to bring him in. Hey, after he got the boots on in December, listen, I was right, Summer Surfer. Remember, yeah, my ball knowledge is elite ball knowledge. You know what I mean? I am the man, you know, when it comes to knowing about guys. And listen, hate it or love it, I'm here. He has said things are happening, apparently. He has said things are happening, bro. And Mayo, Alvarez for City, we did try to sign him last January. We must be in the surprise. Yes, I think so too. Ahmed, we might most likely be the surprise guy. No, he's waiting according to Summer Surfer. Thanks to my guy, Summer Surfer. Let's go. There we go. He's waiting over 100k. So listen, we can boost that by 50k, man. You know what I mean? Our limit is 150k. So we boosted by 50k more plus bonuses. We got this guy, man. We got him. Listen, at Chelsea Football Club, man, transfer news, man. We're transfer kings. You know what I mean? Maybe not so much these days on the pitch, but when it comes to transfers, bro, we move in silence, man. According to Haider, Mike Majors, yeah, Haider. Essentially, the alleged rumor so far is that it's going for £70 million. So the club, they can go 70 million. They usually, again, I always say, unless they will go, so essentially after the 45 million mark, right? Everything else afterwards, as I said before, in this football club, you have to be something they truly believe in, or they believe you're going to be a surefire that they will bring you in. And obviously, the only exception to that rule currently right now is really Mudryk. Lavia, obviously, we know his potential and how good he can play, but he's obviously been injured this season. So we will see what happens on that one. Alvarez and Palmer back together, rather buy it from City than Brighton or RB Leipzig. You know what is of Leipzig? Yeah, I think Leipzig got a lot of hate. If you don't buy their strikers, but you buy the other positions, they're quite good, man. You just need to look at the other positions at the end of the day, man. That's all it is. Darko reports, fair enough. these directors are trying to build a South American and French core to have leverage signing future talents. I like that though. I like that, man. At the end of the day, man, if this means we get the best of the best, that's what matters, bro. This is what matters, bro. At the end of the day, listen, that's what matters. But listen, guys, we move. Bro, I can't lie to you guys. I'm very happy right now. You know what I mean? Listen, hopefully what we believe in, what we're dreaming about comes true and we're able to get the guys that we're looking for. But listen, guys, I'm literally 2 away from 1,240. I only 2 of you guys to subscribe. Help your boy out, please, while you're here. More than over 60 of you are in here right now as we speak. So we move. The tech in the front four is, yeah, bro. Again, I think for me, yeah, and I think Oliver would agree with me. Listen, I know obviously we had Werner, Mount, and Havertz as our front three at one point in time. The reason why that was able to work so well is because they were so fluid in their movement. I feel like with the four that if you have those four that you're just mentioning right now, yeah, those are going to be able to be fluid. But you know the thing that's going to also work, the thing that will allow them to work is that they're very much technical footballers, technically sound, and they're very good with their feet, good at attacking their man too. And that's not even including, by the way, Madueke, who, like, listen, Madueke with his left foot driving at these guys in the Maresca system would be very good too at the end of the day. So again, there's a lot of stuff, bro. Listen, again, there's a lot of stuff, bro, that's there that we could really, we could really do and use with at the end of the day. So listen, will good times ever come in my life? Oh, inshallah, bro, inshallah, man. You gotta hope, my friend. But we move. But guys, I think it's Liverpool. I don't think so. The problem is, the reason why I want to say it's Liverpool is because of the price tag, bro. Liverpool don't rarely spend that price. The last time they did that when they didn't have this guy called Joe Shields available. So it wouldn't be them. Let them know so myself. Joe said, by the way, could be moved to the left so you can actually cross the ball. No. I think, again, I don't think that necessarily matters, bro. Alvarez is one of the best press in the league too. Yeah, particularly that system. City and Liverpool have massive beef. I don't know why they're doing business. Of course, bro. There's obviously the holier than thou mentality at Liverpool, so they will never do that. Do deals with them. If anything, Chelsea, bro, hey, they don't care about that at all. So let me continue on because there's been so much news today, boys. Like, honestly, I've been drowning in Chelsea news today. I'll be so real with you guys. Like, I've been drowning in a lot of Chelsea news right now. Give me one moment while I bring up some of the other news. Literally, guys, yeah, you know what I'm saying to you, man. It's not ending, bro. It's never stopping. I actually want to talk about this, by the way, and that is on my guy, John Obi Mikel. So John Obi Mikel, he's made some comments in regards to the Chelsea squad. And some of the stuff that he said, obviously, is in regards to our defenders and, of course, on some of our guys. But here we go. Let me just get this quickly. Where is it right now? So this is some of the stuff that he said. He said, yeah, if we're going to be successful next season, Enzo needs to find a way to get Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. He needs to find a way to get the best out of these two players because for me, they are world-class players. They are fantastic players. We have Lavia as well. These are 3 fantastic players. Find a way to get the best out of them, just like Poch got the best out of Cole Palmer. If you can get these guys to perform, I'm telling you, Chelsea will be a different team next season. But, you know, listen, when he said that stuff about the midfield, I agreed with him, bro. Definitely, listen, I definitely agree with that stuff that he was saying. You know, this is the other thing that he also mentioned, by the way, about Mikhailo Mudryk. And this is what he said. He needs a haircut. He needs to get rid of the tattoos. He needs to get his head right, because if he does, he's such a good player. Pace, power, quick, good on the ball. What do you make from those comments, Oliver?
It's just him being a content creator at the end of the day. Like I'm not hearing a single thing about football here. I don't know how him having a butterfly tattoo or a weird haircut, I don't know how that affects football, I'm afraid. So it's not quite registering with me. And it's the same, although the undertones were completely different, but this is the same reason why people had sympathy for Paul Pogba, because it's like, okay, cool, he got a haircut, but what does that actually how is that hampering his on the pitch performance? Like this is just people saying things to get attention at the end of the day, and it caters to a certain audience. So it is what it is.
Well, fair enough. I agree with you. There's also been something else that he said that I read as well, by the way, which was there was also something else he said. Remember, I think about Badi's show that he mentioned, by the way, which I was not too happy with. Keyshawn, it's clap, Jason. What are we saying? Grifting, yeah, Keyshawn. I hear you, bro. I hear that still. I heard that one still. Gallagher, bye. Yep. You should have said drop your gun membership first. Oh my god, insane. I'm pretty sure it's Mudrik's backstreet boy head card is why he's performing terribly. What if Mudrik said Noni needs to get rid of his hair? All right, let's chill out some myself. I don't want to go to that far personally, but I hear what you mean.
But by the way, there is some context here. My guy John Obi Mikel has just lost his cut on the Osherman deal because we're not doing it anymore. So, he's losing out on the bag. So he's going to crash on our club.
Fair enough then. So this is what he said, yeah. John Obi Mikel, this is what he's also said about our two front centre backs, yeah. Axel Disasi and Benoit Badiashile. I don't think Benoit Badiashile is the guy for Chelsea. Axel Disasi, no. We need two proven top centre backs who will come in and stabilise the back four. We need two world-class centre backs, and I think he also went on to say they need to be world-class. They need to be proven centre backs too. So that's clearly his thoughts in regards to the centre back role. But guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. I actually disagree with him about Badiashile personally. Again, I think Badiashile has that thing to be able to do it. The issue with Badiashile, and I repeated this many times before, is that the system that he was in, the way he was coming back into the team, and the stuff that we've heard about right now, it's not been helpful towards him at the end of the day. So hopefully we can be helpful to him as soon as possible. What are your thoughts on that, bro?
I mean, if we're going to talk like this about Badiashile and Disasi, I mean, I kind of agree with him that like I'm not going to say they're the guys for Chelsea right now. They haven't proven it, but we can't act like they're bad players. I think that's where a lot of people overstep the line in that aspect. So, I mean, what I'd like to ask John Obi Mikel is, can you provide a viable alternative to these two players? Because if I hear something like Raphael Varane or something, I'm going to lose my head.
He's saying proven, so he's about to get into his Mourinho bag.
This proven thing is ridiculous, man.
Yep.
Saliba's one of the best one of the best centre backs in the Premier League. Did he have any Prem experience before he started for Arsenal? I don't think so.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Virgil van Dijk was at Southampton. Would John Obi Mikel have? If a Van Dijk regen was at a lower level club right now, would Mikel be like, get him, or would he be like, nah, he's not proven?
That is good point. Good point, Oliver. But let me read some of these comments. Joel said, Fofana is supposed to be a world-class centre back, but he's always injured. Exactly. Always injured. Something wrong with him. Yeah. And listen, broken goods. Fair enough, lucky. Badiashile had a good start of Potter, but he fell off on the patch. But I feel like there's been a reason why he fell off on the patch. You know what I mean? I feel like, and at the end of the day, you still got Levi Cole there. And if you believe in Levi Cole and his abilities and talents, we're going to see if he's got it.
By the way, that excerpt we brought up from The Athletic about the players not being able to access the under-21s for match sharpness, that would explain a lot of his bozo moments this season, because we were not seeing that when he was match sharp under Potter, and also at the end of the season when we had the system in place.
100%. Yeah. I don't know who this guy is. Yeah, I'm just gonna double check this guy's source. Pedrisa Deportivo Mercado de Pasas, and listen, I'm not sure. This guy's not reliable. Let's move on. Just pre podcast business is a hellhole in my opinion. 100%, bro. Listen, man. If you're speaking the truth, which I try to do, I try to be as honest as possible. Hey, man, we're not winning out here, man. You know what I mean? We're not sensationalists. Yeah, I knew Mike Miggs actually. I actually knew about that. I have a Nigerian friend that actually told me about that, which is funny enough. Okay, players. Badiashile average player, less relationship. Fair enough indeed. Fair enough indeed. But listen, at the end of the day, boys, that's clearly, I think, part of the stuff that's going to happen. But again, for me personally, I just look at that and I'm thinking, do I want this to happen? Do I feel like it can happen? I'm not too sure, bro. I'm just, again, I'm just not too sure personally. But listen, we move at the end of the day. But listen, I want to hear from you guys. Yeah, Alvarez to Chelsea. That's the real main topic because of what's happened right now. Wow. So this is another news I want to bring up, by the way. This does not make us look too good because clearly, we're trying to do some Bandilu stuff. But this is the comment I want to talk about. I know a lot of people are not gonna like hearing this, but here we are. And big up even. I'm not too sure on that one, bro. Mikel is talking like those headless. Oh my god. Eco turf, bro. You're spitting, bro. I swear to God, bro. I was thinking of Hooting and Pyramid, but bro, you took it from my mouth, bro. You took it from my mouth. Literally, pause. Buddy Shaw was being called for the best under 20 back in the Prem last season. Exactly. Is Oliver profile picture really him? Yeah, man. He's an off perk. You know what I mean? Was it good guy? You know what I mean? He's just off the perks. You know what I mean? That's
what are you talking about, bro? I'm back in the gaffer, Enzo.
No, you're off the perk, bro. You're off the perk, innit? You know what I mean? You're Abby.
No, I'm kidding, bro. I know it's Kurt Angle.
yeah. You know what I mean? He's off the perk, Kurt Angle. You know what I mean? So listen, that's what guys. This is what happens. You see this picture, yeah, is what happens when you take drugs. You know what I mean? Let this be a PSA for you. Don't take drugs, kids, or just take drugs responsibly. Otherwise, you look like this at the age of 40. Thank you. It's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, Alvarez. Well, fair enough. Yeah. I did say pause. You know what I mean, Seniac. Who are the CVs that you would like? Lukaku is obviously a great option if you wanted to. Again, my knowledge on Dio Monday is so limited that I think it's wrong of me personally to be looking at that. To be looking at him. I said about that. I really do enjoy watching Joachim Andersen. I think he's definitely talented. If I'm looking at the French league, yeah, there's obviously I know about Euro, but I think Euro again, he didn't move me when I was watching him. When I was watching City, when I was watching that league, he was not moving me, bro. Calafiori, he had a great season. He's someone that I can definitely see working at Chelsea, to be honest. Simakan as a backup would be great, but I'm not sure as a star though. But that's pretty much it. Again, the CB market is quite limited currently. So Araujo, bro, definitely for sure though. Araujo, bro, please. Excuse me. Bloody hell. It's time when listeners are scumbags to media narratives. Fair enough. Bro, listen, heartbreak, man. Heartbroken, man. Scalvini Nation. I was gonna be there, man. Fair enough. He wants his eyes so big up to my guy Rafa. Joe said Simakan can also play. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Good. He's a good option. Hey, Reece James. Kosunu. I've seen this brother's name, I've seen this brother's name. Let me look him up quickly because I know I've heard of that brother before. Derby Leipzig guy. You know what? Yeah, I'll be honest. Tar is not too bad of an option, I wouldn't mind Tar. I know the club is obviously been linked to him before, but Tar's not a bad option, by the way. Jonathan Tar would not be a bad option at all. But guys, I actually we'll come back to the players. I want to talk about this because this does not make us look good, by the way. This is from thelawyer.com. And he's saying that Newcastle United, Chelsea and Everton are backing Manchester City Football Club to varying degrees in City's latest case against the Premier League, at the lawyer mag can reveal. And listen, continue, whatever. Oh, why are you hiding the premium subscription, man? But listen, this is not great because, listen, at the end of the day, bro, we're making us look like scammers too. I can't lie to you, Oliver. This makes us kind of look like a bit like scammers, by the way, because I don't know what. I think the only thing I can think of, that the club probably are backing Man City with is the value of, for example, the Premier League putting values on what companies are worth. I think that's it, because that's one of the complaints that Man City, by the way, had in their
for self-sponsorship, right?
Yeah, the sponsorship, or like the Etihad, how much they're worth, and
Yeah,
that sort of thing. That probably is what Chelsea probably are like are after necessarily. This probably would make sense, right? I think it's the same with Newcastle. Like, but if Chelsea and Newcastle, I would assume it's the value of the share of the person that's giving you the money. That's probably the thing that they're most pissed off about when it comes down to it. So,
I mean, I know we've been lumped into the situation by the article there, but at the same time, I really don't think the situations are the same. The only sponsor that clearly under this ownership that they've approved, and actually, because remember, 3 was done by the Abramovich regime. So we had 3 already, so that was what it was. The only sponsorship that we've actually approved in terms of a front of shirt is Infinite Athlete, and we're not. There's no Clear Lake affiliation in terms of we have someone that is sort of between both. Whereas Newcastle, literally, they're literally sponsored on the front of the shirt by a Saudi events company. It's literally owned by the PIF. Like, we all know this.
Yeah.
I don't know how it didn't get investigated immediately, because like as soon as they announced that, I just Googled them, and they were literally owned by the PIF. So that's ridiculous. But I just don't think it's the same. Like, Man City and Newcastle are literally sponsoring themselves, and we're not. I think what Chelsea are doing. I think Chelsea are getting involved in order to try and it's like a revenue tactic. They want to, in the future, they want to be able to make as much money as possible. So
exactly,
they want to be able to create the conditions for that in the future. Whereas Man City and Newcastle, I mean, with the agenda with Man City is they're trying to basically rescue themselves from all these charges.
Of course.
And Newcastle are rescuing themselves from what are going to be future charges.
And I think the reason why I think I've said this before, the valuation thing, I can understand. Maybe that's what Chelsea are after. This is me being like, sympathetic with a slight pinch of bias. I can understand maybe them being like, it shouldn't be on the league itself to be able to do that job for them, if that makes sense. So I can hear that for sure. I just think, for me personally, when it comes down to it, and this is something I will say, the reason why City are doing what they're doing right now is because, in my personal opinion, I'm pretty sure you would agree with me when I say this too, they are shook about what's happening with them, by the way. Like, the stuff that's happening to them, bro, it's not looking good, by the way. Like, I don't know if you know that, Oliver, but like, their situation, bro, is a situation that might be that might be, not in the long run. It's not looking good. I don't know about you, bro.
No, believe me, I've been hearing about it, and yeah, this was. The thing is, no one expected this either. So this seems like could potentially be an act of desperation.
Yeah, and I've said this before about Man City. This coming out of nowhere, and then obviously the Man City stuff happening. This, for me, bro, means more than one thing. By the way, it probably means that they believe they can't beat the Chargers. By the way, and so they're trying to find other ways to essentially filibuster the process from happening. But it's again, for me, all it comes down to is that I just don't want our club involved in it, because I want us to be as far away from this as possible. Yeah, man. Listen, no Tesco. Listen, I think Alvarez over Tesco any day. Absolutely, I think Alvarez, fair enough. Yeah, I would have to take Upamecano. Yeah, it's not looking great. I agree with you, MCF. Manchester City Football Club. Yeah, they look like that, bro. Honestly, and I just don't understand why you want your club to look like that at the end of the day. Because fundamentally, you're setting yourself up for disaster, and setting yourself up for disaster, bro, is a mission made in hell. You know what I mean? That's a plan. That's the sort of thing which kills you in the short term. It kills you in the short term, bro. So listen, we absolutely move from that. Remember when they were saying they had irrefutable evidence? Yes, that's what I'm saying to you. So for me, this coming up and then them making these sort of counter things means, for me, they're definitely trying in some way, shape, or form, by the way, to try and get this thing from not happening anymore. So, and listen, if they're able to do that, man, more power to them. More power to them if they're able to do that. By the way, if they're able to do that, but I just don't necessarily think they're able to do that at all. So. Listen, man, more power to them, but that ain't happening anytime soon. Sounds like some American tactics throwing someone random to save themselves. Oh my god! But the thing is, I don't know if you know this, right? Yeah, so I'm unsure if many people have read the actual articles in regards to this. Yeah, the Premier League has spent upwards of 20 million in just what's it called, litigation, just on the stuff that they've just done to them right now. So it's clearly like a tactic to make to slow down the process and make sure the EPL can't do anything about what's happening right now. That's all it is, bro. But listen, if they're able to do that, man, and they're able to do it really well, listen, man, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna say more power to them, bro. More power to them, bro. At the end of the day, more power to them, because if they're able to do that, bro, listen. They're doing something strong, man. They've got something on with them. But listen, guys, more than 63 of you guys in here. Listen, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Memberships for 99p, and you can super chat if you like to get Arm and Abdi to answer as many questions from you as possible. 116 per line, fair enough. Been done to Sunday League, fair enough. They're running around here like OJ Simpson. But where's the orange juice? Hey, 116 for paying Oliver on that Grealish handball. Oi, Oliver, man, they exposed me, bro. How much did you pay? You got Grealish.
Wait, what?
116 for paying Oliver on that Grealish handball.
What handball? I'm not getting it.
You got to answer for some crimes here, buddy.
No, I can't help you, man. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, we got it, bro. We got
Grealish
it, bro.
handball. Oh, wait. I know the one, yeah.
They've seen like a no-brainer. The problem is apparently XG not OFC. He's only got to cost you £70 million sterling. Exactly, Mr. HD. Cheap boys crying wolf. It's hilarious. You know what I mean? 100%. Mike Maida says he means Michael Oliver. You know what I mean? Not you. But I was just trying to flip on you. You know what I'm saying? Just to piss you off, of course. But listen.
Oh, for God's sake.
Sorry about that. But listen, at the end of the day, boys, yeah, we don't know what happened. Maybe you might be getting a nice little 10 p.m. bomber. You know what it is? I always say Chelsea news is always either midday, 6 p.m. or like around about the 9 to 10 p.m. That's when we like to release the fireworks then at Chelsea Football Club. Yes, bro. If Gallagher leaves, can we get Kevin De Bruyne? I don't know if people get Kevin De Bruyne. He's twerking for Saudi right now. I don't know if you've been reading some of the stuff he's been saying, right, and everything like that. But listen, he's definitely not coming. They already have their replacement at the club. What a banger from Klaus. Yeah, I just saw that. Listen, big up Klaus. But listen, at the end of the day, man, Klaus, man, he's cooked too. I don't know if you watch Leon. He's not been great either. That would be insane if you pull this off. Listen, if you pull it off, man, that shows Chelsea buying power, and that also, for me, more than likely shows that, City are worried about what's happening with them, by the way. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I did see that. Listen, man, I did see that, man. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. That's what I'm going to say, bro. Going to be interesting to see what they do and how they react to that. Because, listen, if that was certain other clubs like Chelsea and everything like that, you know what would be happening, bro. We would be getting cooked. We would be getting told we're crooks. You know what I mean? We're this, we're that. So listen, I've got one eye open on that one. I've got one eye clearly open on the proceedings for that one at the end of the day. So I don't see. I did see Oliver.
That Liverpool one's crazy, by the way, because if that turns out to be true, something has to be done there. Because like Everton, well, when Russia invaded Ukraine, Everton literally lost one of their sponsors because of it.
But that was known though, Oliver. The thing is, they've known that shit is known about the two companies at Liverpool, AXA and Standard Chartered. So that's why
is that confirmed then?
Yes, it's confirmed. It's
my
God.
God.
BBC Sport that confirmed it. BBC confirmed it. It wasn't like
guys. It's Liverpool. When did nothing ever happens to them?
No news yet on any CB. All we know is that we're trying to get rid of Chalobah, sadly, as of currently right now. Yeah, definitely, Joe. I have to agree with that one still, bro. I don't want to be seeing any more of that nonsense in and around here. And plus, man, at the end of the day, bro, for me, ideally, whether people want to admit it or not, I just want us to be, able to clean slate. You know what I mean? We want to keep it as clean as possible. You know, we can't have one thing where we're liquidating clubs, we're doing something crazy, and they're almost liquidating clubs. You're putting them into administration, and then we've got other teams where their sponsorships are doing some crazy stuff. If I was Chelsea, you'd be seeing nothing. Yeah, exactly, bro. Oh, fair enough, Abraham. What happens when LFC? Well, that's the question for LFC. If they got any morals, they got to cut it off, bro, innit? Off-topic question. How would you utilize Gusto and James because they both can't be benched? Well, sadly, one of them is going to have to be benched, and possibly it will probably be Reece James because he's very injury-prone. So we move. We need to compete for the title next season. Not necessarily next season, but we have to compete for it as soon as possible. ASAP, bro. Whether we like to. Whoa. Yes, this is it. So this is the thing I was talking about. So this is from Mail Sports. At least 3 clubs have sympathy for Manchester City's position after they declared war on the Premier League over spending rules. And Mail Sport understands that Chelsea, Aston Villa, and Newcastle are all believe the champions have valid concerns ahead of a hearing on Monday. So, guys, on Monday, man, if they crash it on Monday and it goes well, damn. Well, wowza, man, wowza, man. Monday's looking like it could be a big day, indeed, bro. Well, listen, that's for sure, bro. Listen, man, at the end of the day, bro. Listen, again, that's a watch and see approach. Let's hope, bro, we don't do anything crazy and Chelsea Football Club just we just make a point of what we believe in. But that's all I want to say because listen, we've already had Roman, and you know how much problems that was causing us already. Let's not cause ourselves any more issues as well. And 2 of those clubs have got Arab sponsors, if I'm not mistaken. So we move. Yeah, exactly, Joe. Joe, sometimes it's just better to stay in our lane, man. Let's keep the peace, man. I don't want violence. I just want peace. You know what I mean? I always want violence. I don't want peace. That's all I'm saying, bro. Please. Peace. You know what I mean? I'm a peaceful man. I don't want any of this, rubbish and nonsense. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, guys. I think I'm just going to call it here. Thanks again for watching. As you guys know, I'll be here maybe later on today if there is anything big that's going to happen today, which, again, I don't believe there's going to be anything that big happening after this because, like, usually, if there's going to be a big bomber coming, you will be feeling it, I would be feeling it in my bones. I'm pretty sure you guys will be feeling it in your bones too. But listen, thanks again for coming along to watch. I'm literally only, again, as I said before, 1 subscriber, guys, yeah? 1 subscriber away, from... what was it called? Yeah, getting to 1,240. Only need one of you to subscribe. Only need one of you guys to subscribe. So please help our brother out here, as always. Listen, I'm being your host, the most, the Bridge 258. Dedicate your hearts. But listen, guys, we're loading. We're going to be loading. YouTube channel got to be having a big redesign soon. And I'm going to be getting a new camera soon as well. Obviously, new camera soon coming. Redesign too. Better mic coming very soon. I mean, in the next week, hopefully, or in the end of this week. So listen, we are definitely loading him, and we're loading, hopefully, to give you better content and better quality stuff. And even the streamer is going to be improving soon. So listen, love and trust. We are here for you. Listen, always going to be here to give you the best content possible. As I've always said, the way you can help me out, like, share, subscribe. Obviously, memberships and super chats help me out as well. But guys, I've been the host the most, the Bridge 258. Dedicate your hearts.